Religion is a positive thing in the book because it connects people. It provides a sense of community and hope and provides people with a common goal to create a connection between families and their common God. In the beginning, Lauren had no idea who her God was or what religion she believed in. She had to ignore her personal feelings in connection with religion for her father and had been faking her Christianity as she didn't truly believe that was the truth. In the very beginning of the book, on page 3, Lauren talks about how 3 years ago her father's God stopped being her God and that she is going to get baptized in the names of the God who is not mine anymore. These specific texts show that Lauren already did not believe in Christianity at the very start of the book, and that she is starting to grasp the concept of religion, that she had started taking the first step of denying what she does or does not believe in. It also shows how her and her father do not believe in the same things and set the tone of harshness throughout their relationship as they cannot side with each other on many subjects. It provides conflict and development of relationships in the beginning. On page 13, Lauren finally starts to ponder what God is by saying, others think God is a spirit, a force, or another word for nature. She also said how other people think is a big man with a beard in the sky. This goes to show that she is finally moving on to the next step on finding which category her religious beliefs are in. Do they worship a person or a spirit? In the middle, it had been about her path to finding religion, such as when she leaves the compound and when she is surrounded by death. She is forced to look for something to love and give her love, and she is striving closer to finding her beliefs, especially when her father died. Her heavily impacted Christian father died, and her non-religious brother died, creating a sense of confusion of how the religions worked. Throughout her journey and through the middle of the book, she starts to find out what a religion is and calls it Earthseed. She figures this out on page 59 when she's writing her journal notes and writes down, the particular God has changed belief system that's right to me will be called Earthseed. She has finally figured out what religion or beliefs are called, which is Earthseed, and finds it out by gardening and planting seeds, ironically enough, and calls it Earthseed as it relates to the plants and not moving great distances, but still moving and not being wiped out, meaning that the religion will be all about hope and perseverance, even in little things. I am our seed. Anyone could be. I think there will be a lot of us, and I think we'll have to seed ourselves farther and farther away from this dying place. Another quote from the same passage shows how it's little movements that seeds do that get them places, and how our followers and ourselves will make small steps to go far and make big changes in the world. Throughout the rest of the journey part of the book is all about deaths and new people coming into life and major change occurring, and how she reacts and uses Ursi to cope. She's all about making small steps and putting through the pain and pushing through the pain, especially when her father died and her brother died, and keeping on with their journey to find a better and strong community somewhere else. Near the end, it had been her journey wrapping up about finding out what Ursid really is, and having the funeral at their compound of Acorn had shown that she was passing her loved ones and Banco's loved ones into its own afterlife. It had shown that Lauren had fully believed and preached about what Ursid was. Now it has talks and loves the people who follow it. It had shown her connection with Banco and her tribe as they had finally agreed to settle down and form a compound, and had Earthseed as their beacon of hope for the compound and their future survival. Whereas in the beginning, Lauren had no hope for her community as she didn't understand why or what kept them together and did not admire the hope and religion that everyone else had. Near the end, in Earthseed, Book of the Living, the community and herself are nearing their end goal and are starting to think of settling down and forming a compound. While this is happening, Lauren embraces her religion of Earthseed and fully shares it with the rest of her group and finding a home with them. She has finished her religious character development by talking with Bankel and thinking of how to further Earthseed, and she suggests bringing it into Bankel's house and his land and form a community about Earthseed there by saying, "You could help me begin the first Earthseed community. We could start something purposeful." All throughout the book, it is about how Lauren's starting to figure out what she doesn't believe in and how it affects her relationships with her community and family. How she figures out her beliefs and how it sends her beacons of hope into leaving the compound and searching for a place where Earthseed can thrive. And finally finding that place and creating that Earthseed community that takes little steps and is all about perseverance and pushing through everything to get to the goal. Thank you.